I think the 20th century is over. Okay, everybody knows this, but in not just calendar sense. This means all the big models for emancipatory movement, not only the two big official ones, that is to say, Stalinist or whatever you call it state, communism and social democratic welfare state, but now comes the more tricky part. Also, the dream of the entire 20th century left. 20th century radical left, Trotskyists and so on, was always ready to criticize state socialism, Stalinism, social democracy. The dream was that finally there will be a moment, we just have to be patient, where workers will arise, install a kind of a direct self-management democracy and so on and so on. I think that dream also had to fall. 20th century is over. So I don't participate in these dreams which, at their most ridiculous, not many Trotskyists buy it, only some of them, takes the form of, I'm consciously offering you a caricature now, but this is the model. Like, if only Lenin were to survive 3-4 years longer and were to make pact with Trotsky to get rid of Stalin, oh, that would have been it, and so on. I'm not saying it wouldn't make a difference, but I doubt if it would make such a great difference. I think that without renouncing great enthusiastic emancipatory moments in 20th century, social democracy, communism, and so on, I nonetheless think that in its totality that forum was a failure. That we have to, as I wrote somewhere, I forgot where, as you reminded me, write too many books, that forum is over. And this is, again, my only problem with them. You know, like, whenever something happened in Eastern Europe, my Trotskyite friends tried to convince me, like in Serbia. No, it wasn't Milosevic who overthrew Milosevic. It was workers. It was only later kidnapped by nationalists. Or they claim solidarity in Poland. No, this was originally workers' revolution. It was only later that it was kidnapped by the church and so on and so on. They see a little bit too much the, how should I put it, revolution around the corner, just then, in the last moment, kidnapped by the bad guys. I'm here much more, if you want, a pessimist. A pessimist in the sense that the left, let's be quite frank, does not yet have, and of course you cannot have it in detail, I'm not demanding the impossible, that you make the list exact of what to do, but, okay, to be cynical, as already hinted at, I think, let's say that today, as already said, a government in Greece collapses and then some kind of people, committees, whatever, takes over. What would they have done? What could they have done? I mean, will they be able, in the future, to do what? Play Keynesianism, nationalize, what? And this is the big problem for me in Egypt, you know, to keep up this upbeat morals. I wrote that naive text, Miracle of Tahrir Square in Guardian and so on. But let's not forget that the true struggle is going on now. How will all that great sublime upheaval, what will be its results in institutions, organization of social life, and so on? These sublime moments are cheap for me. They are beautiful, you cry, how beautiful, all life was brought to a stop, millions in solidarity. What interests me much more is the day after.